should be finishing up my warm-up and making my way to the start line of the Helena tipping Wrexham 10k. Originally, only Ben entered it, and then I got FOMO, so I entered it as well. And so today, I thought I'd take you through what I usually do the day before a race, what I eat, etc. So as you saw, I run first thing this morning. I always do a shakeout run the day before a race. It's usually no more than 30 minutes, and I do some strides at the end, and then I do my stretching, and then I have breakfast, which is no different to what I have any other day. When I'm home, 99% of the time I have porridge. Let's talk about tomorrow. So although I'd love to go into it with no expectations, I'd be lying if I wasn't saying that I'd love to run a sub 39. Last weekend in Windsor, I ran 39.05. Tomorrow is very likely to be my last 10k for a little while. So I really want to have a good one. And although, it's not an A race, it's more for training purposes, I do want to turn up with fresh legs to give it my best shot, take advantage of the race environment to really push myself. I don't really want to just drag myself around the course on heavy legs. So I had a very easy week of training. It was basically a taper week. Longest run was Monday. I did an hour easy. That was just a little over 11k. My only effort of the week was a mini tune-up session Wednesday afternoon. 800 meter and 4x400 meter were the reps. With warm-up and cool-down, that was 10k. And then the other runs were short and easy. And yesterday, Friday, I had a complete race day. Food-wise, the day before a 10k, I just focus on eating foods that I'm used to. For instance, I wouldn't go out to eat tonight, and maybe less fruits and veggies than usual, but that's about it. If it was a half marathon race, then I would eat even more plain foods than what I'm doing today, and I'd be a lot more diligent with my carb intake. It is now the afternoon. Things I need to do now. I need to charge my watch. Also probably need to charge my action camera. I can start packing the bag to save some time tomorrow, so I can pack my race shoes because I'm pretty set on the Cloud Echo 3. I'm going to pack a gel for Ben, shoes for me that I like to take just before the start, the heart rate monitors, pins for the race numbers. Basically anything I can pack today, I will. I also like to have one last little look at the course the day before. So this course is on Strava. It is 1.5 lap. If the elevation data can be trusted, then it looks just very slightly undulating. There is no big inclines. Apparently 29 meter elevation gain total. So overall it is flatter than the Windsor 10k last weekend, but less flat than the Culture Hall 10k, which is where I ran my PB of 38.26 last month. Not been up too much this afternoon. I did go on a little 10-minute walk just to get some fresh air, and now drinking my electrolytes. It's not something I just do the day before a race. I've actually been having an electrolyte drink every day. Before, I had not found an electrolyte brand that I truly enjoyed drinking, so it wasn't really a habit I could stick to. But since I've discovered your mantra, this stuff is so good, it is effortless to have it once a day. So that's great because it's good for me. Not so great for my wallet because this brand is on the expensive side. Time to make dinner. So tonight we are gonna have pasta, keeping it very simple. Also a little bit of peas. I'm gonna finish my tofu, not much left. I have some yogurt, and that will be it for dinner. Almost 8 o'clock. Ready for bed. It is the end of a rather uneventful Saturday, just basically resting, doing as little as possible and getting organized for tomorrow. So I've got my Say Sky racing kit set aside, ready for tomorrow morning. I'm gonna use the massage gun on my legs. We're gonna watch the second part of the Simone Biles documentary on Netflix, and then hopefully have a good night's sleep. See you tomorrow. Good morning. It is race day. I really, really, really hope I've got a sub 39 in me today. That would be so good. this footage because for some reason this morning's race required so much mental focus for me to stay in it that filming was the last thing I was concerned about, and I actually didn't even turn on the camera on time to film the finish line. I was just out of it this morning. I never wanted to DNF so bad before. I don't know what it was this morning, and of course the fact that it was 1.5 lap didn't help because at some point you were running past the start for the second time and the car park was just right there, and I was like, I could just stop now, and I really considered just walking to the car and wait for Ben. So the thing I am the most happy with today is the fact that I carried on and I finished when I had very little willpower. And the second thing I'm the most happy about is my finish time, because I crossed the finish line with a chip time of 38:57. So I got my sub 39, not by a huge margin, but look, today it wasn't a given, so I got it, thank God. Of course, it is quite a way off my 10k PB from last month, which right now seems that it was a one-hit wonder, one of those days where it just clicks and you're really lucky, and today was not one of those days. Racing wise, I didn't do a great job today. Basically my first 4 kilometers were my fastest. I didn't do that on purpose, but at the same time I let it happen. So I realized within the first kilometer that my GPS wasn't quite spot on, and the pace that my watch was giving me when I was running didn't seem quite right. So I decided to only look at my watch when it would beep for each kilometer, hoping that that would be fairly accurate. So I did see that I was setting off too fast. I did see that my first 4 kilometers were basically the pace that I should be holding for a 5k race. And I kind of accepted it because at that point, my head was already checked out, but my legs were absolutely fine. So I got carried away, knowing that I would pay for it later. And of course, my second half was a grind. So, you know, the sub 39 was actually quite a surprise considering how much I slowed down and how out of race mode I was mentally. So I hope that if there's another time in the future where I want to DNF so bad, I hope I remember today and I'll know that I can carry on and I can finish. And unfortunately, Ben didn't have a great race. He finished in 31:51, I think, which is about 30 seconds off his PB. So yes, not really what he wanted. That is my second race of the month done. I've got another one next weekend. It is just a 5k this time. And then August and September will be much quieter racing wise. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congrats to everyone who raced this weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!